Hi, this is Warren, and I'm sitting here looking at the gorgeous Pixel 6 Pro. Absolutely a beautifully built phone, and I think probably this is the best built phone that Google had ever made, and it stands out there toe to toe with anyone out there. I don't care who it is coming from, whether it's from Samsung or from Fruitvale. This compares to those. It's absolutely gorgeous. I particularly like some things about it. I just pulled it out of the box and I like the camera hump on the back. Absolutely beautiful. I like that. And I like the fact that when I turn it on, it vibrates. And then when I got to enabling accessibility, by the time it got to the screen where accessibility could be enabled, you feel that heartbeat that I was talking about once upon a time when I was doing a review of Android 12. You feel that heartbeat letting a blind person know that, yeah, you're now on that screen, that you could enable accessibility. Upon enabling accessibility, then you're taken to the screen with a tutorial on TalkBack. Of course, you can go choose to close that. And it says, are you sure? Yep. And go ahead and close that. And the next thing we have is a set of buttons. And there's an assistive setting. You tap on that. There's a vision. And then there's another option that says set up using your voice. And that's how far I went. Then I turn it off. Now I'm going to turn it back on. And of course, it does vibrate when you turn it on. So here I go, turning it on. There goes that vibration. Nice, loud, and very clear. I have the paper on the face of the phone. I'm going to take it off.
Status bar. Using speech services by Google. Connect to mobile network. If you have a SIM card, insert it now.
And so it's
Using
now
speech services by Google.
where I could
Initial setup is
choose to
completed. Tap
either.
to finish initial setup.
Wow. Are you kidding me? Okay. So I'm at a screen now where I could choose to either use download a SIM card or, insert a SIM card. And of course, I'm not inserting a SIM card. I'll be using a virtual SIM card and eSIM. And by the way, as a friend has indicated, the SIM card is on the left-hand side, toward the bottom. It's not near the top, but like 3/4 down toward the bottom. And so now I will
download a SIM instead. Add a number using eSIM.
I'm going to tap on that.
Download your SIM. Connect to your mobile network by downloading the info that's usually on a SIM card. This replaces standard SIM cards and is just as safe.
Now, what I'm going to do next is to go connect to my Wi-Fi and then go download a SIM card.
Next button. Connect to Wi-Fi. Connect to Wi-Fi. To download your SIM, connect to Wi-Fi in list.
And I will tap on my Wi-Fi that's called the mesh.
Connect to Wi-Fi to the mesh. Wi-Fi signal.
Beautiful thing.
Showing password
Beautiful
keyboard.
thing.
The mesh. Editing. Password. Edit box. Out of list.
And I just want to see how responsive the
Editing
keyboard
options.
is.
Labels available. Use tap with Gboard. A. Alpha. Shift. Comma.
Wow.
C. A. Shift.
Let me see.
Shift enabled. Ampersand. Asterisk. Bullet. Shift. Shift. Shift enabled. Capital W. Capital Q. Exclamation. At. Bullet. Shift disabled.
Okay, I gave you a first couple test of my password. And now I'm going to mute this baby and finish putting my password, and I'll be right back. I just finished typing in my password. Now I'm going to tap on next.
Delete. Done. Keyboard hidden. Connect to Wi-Fi. The mesh. Obtaining IP address. Wi-Fi signal full. Secure network in list. Double tap to
There we
activate.
go.
Getting your phone ready. This may take a few minutes. Out of list.
Yeah, baby. I'm loving this, and so I can't wait to get my 512 GB version. I'm sending this baby back, but I want to make sure that I give you guys a proper review of the phone. And trust yours faithful, he's going to give you that review. So I'm setting it up, and we'll go from here.
This may take a few minutes.
It may indeed take a few minutes, and I'm patient.
Service. Okay, Google. Model update. Updating voice model to better recognize when you say, okay, Google.
You go ahead, baby. I'm listening. Oh my gosh, did I hear it triggering my Google Home and my phone somewhere back there? I'm pleased with this phone. It's absolutely beautiful. Feels really nice in the hand, and just the size that I like. A big phone, very tall. I like that. All right, what's going on?
Getting your phone ready.
Well, let's get it ready, shall we? It seems like I'm waiting and waiting.
Gboard, updating your typing experience.
All right, let's get that Gboard in place, shall we?
SIM manager, checking network info.
We're now getting to where
SIM
I could
manager,
choose who my
confirm your
provider is. And I'm going to choose Google Fi.
Confirm your network. You should already be signed up. AT&T. Double tap tap. Google Fi. Sprint. T-Mobile. Verizon. Use a different network. Double tap to activate.
So those are the networks that do have eSIM capabilities. So I'm going to tap on Google Fi.
AT&T. Google Fi. You can choose to transfer your apps, photos, contacts, Google account, and more.
I'm going to tell it to go next. You have done copy to the left at the bottom and next at the bottom right.
Next button. Use your old phone.
I am going to tap on cannot use old phone. In that way, it will lead me to where I will sign in with my Google account and choose to restore from the devices that I have already on my account. So at the bottom left, I'm going to tap on cannot use phone or old phone or something like that.
Can't use old phone button.
There we go.
Restore data.
All right.
Cancel.
Now
Button.
I'm going to click on
Double tap to activate.
OK.
Okay. Button. Just a sec. Account setup. Checking info. Google Play service. Sign in with your Google account. Learn more. Web view.
So now I'm going to sign in, and once I'm signed in, I'll come back.
Activate.
And now we're on that page where I need to accept the agreement.
Just a sec. Restore data from an old phone. In list, 7 items.
And I need to choose now which phone I would like it to restore my apps from. And in this case, I'm going to choose my Pixel 5a.
Restore data from a. Choose a backup below. Disabled. Google Pixel 5a 5G backup. 4 hours ago, 3:32 p.m.
I'll take that. Tap on that.
Confirm your old Google Pixel 5a 5G screen lock. To decrypt your backup, enter your old phone's screen lock on the next screen, out of list.
And that would be my PIN. I'll now tap on next at the bottom right.
Next, but showing numeric password keyboard. Confirm your old Google Pixel 5a 5G screen lock. Editing, password, edit box. Double tap.
I will
hold
now
long press.
type in
Editing
my
options,
PIN
labels
and tap
available.
on
Use
next.
Tap with 3. Keyboard hidden. Choose what to restore. Choose what to restore. Disabled. Heading in list.
I am at the page now or on the screen that I'll choose what to restore. You could check the checkboxes for or rather uncheck the checkboxes for the things you don't want to restore. Or if you want everything, then just simply tap on restore at the bottom. I will tap on restore.
Choose what to restore. Double apps. All 330 apps.
And I'll
tap
just
to
tap
activate.
on restore at the bottom right.
Restore button. Restoring. You can continue setting up your Pixel.
All
Google
right.
services.
I will just go ahead and continue setting up. And at the bottom, I will tap
Service.
on
Save search new items list.
Welcome to TalkBack. Close button. Service.
close.
Messages is updating your conversations.
Service. Messages is updating your conversations.
As you can hear,
Service.
it defaulted to the voice that I had
Messages is
chosen
updating.
for
Service.
my Google
Messages
Voice.
is updating your conversations. Close button. All disputes regarding your Google device will be resolved through binding arbitration on an individual, non-class basis, as described in the Google
And you
device
can
arbitration
choose to
agreement.
not
And
accept
must block
that
out by
and go
following the
choose that
instructions. I
else,
accept. Button.
something else.
Service. Navigation bar. Back button. Service. Messages is
But
updating.
so
Additional
I
legal
click
terms. I
accept.
button.
Let's go
Service.
for now.
Message. Portrait.
There we go.
Android setup. Just a sec. Activating. Activating. Move your number to this phone. Your Fi service is currently associated with a different phone. To start getting calls and texts on this phone, move your number to this phone instead.
Phone.
So I am on the page now where it's asking me if I want to move my number from my other phone to this one, and that will deactivate my other phone. In other words, the SIM card on that phone will be deactivated.
Your Fi service is currently associated with a different phone. To start getting calls and texts on this phone, move your number to this phone instead. Service. Messages.
And I have
Heads up.
either
This deactivates your number on your old phone.
cancel or yes.
Yes. Move number. Button.
Tap
Service.
yes, move number.
Activating. Activating. Welcome to Google Fi. You've moved your number to this phone.
Okay, I'm just
Service.
going to
Messages
test the
updating your
calls and
conversations.
things like that. And then, of course, I'm going to put it back on my other phone maybe a day or two from now. Because without a case, I'm not going to mess with this phone. It's
Service.
very
Messages
slippery.
updating your conversations.
All right.
Google Fi uses your approximate location to keep you on the strongest signal nearby, even when the app is closed or not in use. Next. Button.
I'm going to change all of that.
Activating. Activating. Showing numeric password keyboard. Set a pin. Editing. Pin. Edit box.
We now come to that screen that I need to put in my chosen PIN, and I'll be right back.
Use your fingerprint to unlock your phone or verify it's you, like when you sign into apps or approve a purchase.
All right, now here I am on the fingerprint area.
How it works. Fingerprint Unlock creates a unique model of your fingerprint to verify it's you. To create this fingerprint model during setup, you will take images of your fingerprint from different positions.
Okay.
When you use Fingerprint Unlock, images are used to update your fingerprint model. Your fingerprint images and model are stored securely on your phone and never leave the phone. All processing occurs securely on your phone.
And at the bottom, there's either I agree to the bottom right or no thanks on the left bottom. I'll tap on I agree on the bottom right.
I agree button. How to set up your fingerprint. The fingerprint sensor is on your screen. You'll capture your fingerprint on the next screen. Do it later button. Do it. Start button. Start.
Now tap on start.
Move your finger across the screen to find the sensor. Touch and hold the fingerprint sensor. Keep your finger on the sensor until you feel a vibration.
So in other words, it's kind of mindful of us that are blind, and it's telling us move our fingers till we find where it is, or move our finger till we find where it is. And generally, those things are usually just around above the home area, the home key area. So I'm going to put my finger down approximately around that area and see what happens.
Fingerprint sensor. Lift, then touch again. Fingerprint sensor. Enrolling fingerprint 5%. Lift, then touch again. Enrolling fingerprint 10%. Fingerprint sensor. Enrolling fingerprint 15%. Fingerprint sensor. Enrolling fingerprint 21%. Enrolling fingerprint 26%. Enrolling fingerprint 31%. Enrolling fingerprint 36%. Enrolling fingerprint 42%. Place the tip of your finger on the sensor. And fingerprint sensor. Enrolling fingerprint 52%. Finally, place the edges of your finger. Enrolling fingerprint 57. Fingerprint sensor. Enrolling fingerprint 63%. Enrolling fingerprint 68%. Fingerprint sensor. Enrolling fingerprint 73%. Fingerprint sensor. Enrolling fingerprint 78%. Enrolling fingerprint 84%. Enrolling fingerprint 89%. Enrolling fingerprint 94%. Fingerprint sensor. Enrolling fingerprint 100%. Fingerprint added. Now you can use your fingerprint to unlock your phone or verify it's you, like when you sign into apps.
Now for me, typically, I usually put in more than one finger. So at the bottom, there's either done or add another one on the left. I'm going to tap on add another finger, so I'll use another finger on the other hand.
Add another button. Move
And
your finger
now
across the screen to find
I'm going to use my left hand.
fingerprint sensor. Enrolling fingerprint 5%. Enrolling fingerprint 10%. Enrolling fingerprint 21%. Enrolling fingerprint 26%. Enrolling fingerprint 28%. Lift, then touch again. Enrolling fingerprint 36%. Enrolling fingerprint 42%. Place the tip of your finger on the sensor. And fingerprint sensor. Enrolling fingerprint 52%. Finally, place the edges of your finger. And fingerprint sensor. Enrolling fingerprint 63%. Enrolling fingerprint 68%. Enrolling fingerprint 73%. Enrolling fingerprint 78%. Enrolling fingerprint 84%. Enrolling fingerprint 89%. Enrolling fingerprint 100%. Keep lifting your finger to add the different parts of your fingerprint. Fingerprint
I
added.
am at
Add another button.
100%. I will add more later. And for now, I'm going to tap on done.
Next button.
Next.
Continue setup. Keep going to get your phone fully set up. Or leave now and get a reminder to finish later. Continue button. Google. Talk to Google hands-free.
All right.
You can update this choice in Assistant settings.
I'll tap on next at the bottom right.
I agree button. Voice match enrollment. Activate voice match for Hey Google.
I'll tap at the bottom right on next or whatever.
More button.
More.
I
You
agree
could you
button.
could just scroll up or tap on more or scroll up to the bottom on I agree.
I agree button. Google. Access your assistant without unlocking your phone.
All right. And I'm going to tap at the bottom right.
I agree button. Google Pay.
I'm going to skip my Google Pay right now and do that
Set up Visa
later.
for Bullet 1922.
It sees my card in there and I might as well just set it up. So go next.
Next button. Google Play Services. Showing number keyboard. Confirm card details. Editing. CVC. Edit box.
And now I'm going to type in my barcode that's on the back of my card. And I'll be right back.
Google Pay. Issuer terms. Terms for using your Wells Fargo card through a mobile device, please.
And I'll just tap at the bottom
More button.
or scroll up.
More button. Accept. Google Play Services. Contacting your bank. Your bank is verifying your card. Google Pay. Your screen lock will be used for contactless payments. Next button.
I'll tap on next.
Google Play Services. Google Pay. Almost done adding your card.
All right. Find what is there at the bottom right.
Next button. Anything else? Set up a few more things now, or find them later in settings. Add another email account. Get instant translations, column 2.
I'm going to tap on that.
Get instant translations. With Live Translate, your phone is your personal translator. Other languages will translate to the one set below, out of grid.
And at the bottom,
Translate to
you can choose the language that you would like it to be translated to.
English.
That's English.
Change.
Or change it. Of course, I want mine in English, so I'm going to go to next.
Got it button.
Got it.
Anything else? Checked. Get instant translations, row 1, column 2, in grid, 3 rows.
See what
2
else we
columns.
have.
Identify music around you, row 2, column 1. Identify
Yeah.
music around you.
I don't care about that.
Change font size, column 2.
No, I don't
Change
care
font
about
size.
that.
Keep display always on, row 3, column 1. Keep display always on.
I don't want to do that.
Control info on lock screen, column 2. Control info on lock screen.
Yes.
Lock screen.
And I want to see if it kept my never show notifications on the lock screen.
Selected. Don't show notifications at all. Radio button, 3 of 3. In list, 3 items.
All right. So it kept that. And I'll tap on
Done. Button, out of list.
down at the bottom.
Anything else? Checked. Control info on lock screen, row 3. Done for now. Button, out of grid.
Done for
Done.
now.
Just a sec. Sud header scroll view. Get more tips and tricks. Stay up to date on Google's hardware products and related features, services, and offers. Plus receive invitations to help improve Google hardware products and related services. Learn more. For support, updates, and more, go to settings greater than support.
I have already signed up for that, so I'm going to skip that for now.
No thanks. Button.
That's at the bottom left.
Getting your phone ready. This may take a few minutes. Swipe to navigate your phone. Learn gestures to go home, go back, and switch apps.
I know how to do that, so I'm not going to practice that. So I'll just
Skip button.
skip.
Device unlocked. All set. You're ready to start using your phone.
And now I'll just swipe with 2 fingers from the bottom, go home.
Pixel launcher. Pixel launcher. Home.
And there at my home, I'm going to put my finger down and see if all of my folders that I had on the other phone have been transferred.
Folder. Bible versions. 4 or more items. Folder. Audiobook players. 4 or more items.
There we go.
Folder. Bible versions. Folder. Browsers. 4 or more items. Folder. Cloud storage. Folder. Communication. 4 or more items.
I got all of my folders in there.
Folder. Shopping. 4 or more items. Folder. Work home. Folder. Navigation. 4 or more
So there we go. All of my folders have been transferred, and that means it's going to be downloading all of my apps. And that would be the initial setup of this device. The next thing, though, that I'd like to take a look at is probably to go into the system settings now and see what else is there. I don't think there's anything different from what I have on my other phone, being the fact that this is also running Android 12. But my understanding is that upon setup, you are asked to download updates to this phone. Let's go to system settings. I'm going to swipe down.
Quick settings. Page 1 of 2.
There we are on quick settings. I'm going to find and tap on
Installing
open
camera
settings.
updates. Camera can't be used while updates are installing.
Wow.
Open settings. Button. Collapsed. Page 2 of 2. Settings.
This is
Profile
neat.
picture. Double tap to open Google account. Button.
Wow.
Connected devices. Bluetooth. Pairing. Apps. Assistant. Recent apps. Default apps.
So it's basically the same thing that we're used to.
Notifications. Notification history.
I'm going to scroll up.
Sound and vibration. Volume. Haptics. Do not disturb.
As you can tell, you're not hearing those sounds because it kept my settings because I don't want any sounds or vibrations. And so as you can tell, you're not hearing any of those because it kept my settings from my TalkBack settings. All right.
Privacy. Permissions. Account activity. Personal data.
Wow.
Secure. Accessibility. Display. Interaction. Audio.
Let's take a look at accessibility real quick.
Settings. Accessibility. Out of list. TalkBack. On speak items on screen. In list. Display. Heading. Display. Text and display. Extra dim. Dim screen beyond your phone's minimum brightness. Extra. Magnification. Off. Select to speak. Off gear selected. Interaction controls. Heading. Interaction
So
controls.
everything is just about the same.
Accessibility menu. Off control phone via large menu. Voice access. Off control device with voice. Voice access. Switch access. Off control device with switches. Showing items 12 to timing controls. System controls. Vibration and haptics. On. Captions. Heading. Caption. Live caption. Automatically caption media. Live transcribe. Convert speech to text.
That's nice. Let's take a look at this.
Live transcribe. Convert speech to text.
Converting speech to text.
Settings. Live transcribe. Out of list. About live transcribe. Live transcribe shows speech as text on your screen so you can participate in conversations around you more easily. You can type responses on screen while viewing the transcription, get alerted when your name is spoken, and search within transcriptions. Google processes your conversations but never stores them. Showing items 1 to 6 of 6.
Okay, so, for people who are kind of hard of hearing or people who are deaf, this is very useful. I'm going to go back.
Settings. Live transcribe. Convert. Caption preferences. Off. Audio. Heading. Sound amplifier. Use headphones to improve audio. Sound notifications. Get notified about important sounds. Hearing aids. No hearing aids connected. Audio adjustment. General. Heading. Accessibility shortcuts. Text-to-speech output.
And I think that's the last one. I'm going to go back.
Settings. Privacy. Permissions. Account location. On 10 apps have safety and emergency. Passwords and accounts. Digital well-being. Google. Services and system. About phone. Pixel 6 Pro. Tips and support. Help articles. Phone and chat.
And that will be the end. The things that I would like to do a little bit of a review on are things like the assistant, especially the one on the Gboard, and see how that works and all of that. Now, of course, my apps are being downloaded as of yet, are being restored. And so I'm going to stop this recording and come back for a part B or part 2. This is the first part.